What does it feel like to stand out and do something courageous? What does it feel like to stand out and do something different? What does it feel like to put yourself out there? What might you do differently that would create even more value than you are already creating? Hi, and welcome back. My name is Michèle Soregaroli. For those of you who don't know me, I work in professional services. I work on differentiating your value proposition to help you be more creative, have more fun, and make more money. So what's the thing about differentiation today? Let's talk about differentiation from the context of faith. It requires a great deal of confidence. It's actually more of a mindset and an emotional journey than it is a marketing or branding journey, which is very often how it is perceived. When you say you're in differentiation, people say, oh, you're in branding and marketing. I'm not. I'm in coaching. And here's why. When you think about differentiating yourself, I want you to think about in your professional services offer, what does it feel like to stand out and do something courageous? What does it feel like to stand out and do something different? What does it feel like to put yourself out there? For you to have the trust and the faith that you are able to bring your greatest strengths forward in your most creative and valuable way, it means that you have to be uniquely you. That requires a mindset that empowers you to stand apart and stand away from the tribe of others, if you will, or the people who are doing the same thing, those competitors or those in your field who are essentially offering the same services, saying the same things, selling the same things. These people are the people that are setting the tone for the industry. So the only way for you to differentiate is for you to do things differently. It's not about marketing necessarily. It's actually about the execution and the client experience. So when you are thinking about how to differentiate your offer, you need to be aware of the emotional arc or the emotional journey that you are going to be going on as a result of making this decision. It is going to require some courage that your approach is going to be valued by the market and by your industry, right? And you have no way of knowing that. You will not know until you actually execute and perform your services in alignment with that true value proposition that is uniquely yours. There is no way for you to get that feedback until you've essentially already done it. And what'll happen is, as we all know, once we start to do things differently, the people with whom we are currently surrounded, by whom we are currently surrounded, those people are going to get a little uncomfortable because they're going to go, what the heck? What are you doing? You're so different. This is not like you. And they're going to start calling back the person they have come to know you to be. They're going to start calling back the offer that they have come to experience through you up until today. So they're going to be wanting that because that's comfortable. That's what they know. That's what they have come to expect. That is going to feel immensely uncomfortable as you are stretching yourself and moving forward into new territory, which will then attract a different type of client, which will attract those who are more and more likely to be and better aligned with your new and differentiated offer, which in essence, in a nutshell, is more of who you are, which is more of your strengths, more of your creativity, more of your courage coming forward in a way that serves others. So as you are looking to think about differentiating your professional services offer, whether you are in financial services, whether you're selling advice through a sales process like commercial real estate, for example, or whether you're in law, if your firm is finding that you are constantly in the same playing field as all your peers, then you have an opportunity to start thinking about what it is that you can do different and to really embrace and honor the experience and the value that you would like your firm to represent in the field of options available to the market that is looking for your services. So for those buyers who are looking for something different, who are looking for the way you do it, they're going to find you if you get a little more courageous with how you message that and position it and talk about what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. So let's go backwards. In previous videos, we've talked about purpose, the value of your purpose, why you do what you do. The what you do is really about the way that your offer is structured, right? What you do is the outcomes that you're delivering, the kind of experience you're giving, the arc of the client experience, and then the how gets down to the nitty-gritty and all the processes that are behind the scenes. And we're going to talk about those in future videos. But what I really want to emphasize today is to notice what kind of courage you have. How much faith do you have in doing something differently and trusting that the way you want to do it is at least as valuable and far likely more valuable than you are currently doing now for the right type of buyer. So I encourage you to think about that. What role does courage have in your current design of your value proposition and how you're showing up to deliver value for your clients? And also, what role does your faith have, your self-trust, your belief that what you are doing is even more valuable, or the way you want to do it is even more valuable than what you're currently doing? And that's your path forward in differentiation. It's allowing that space for courage and self-trust to rise up above the standards that have been set by those who have come before you and designed the offer in your industry, which is typically quite competitive in financial services, right? There's lots and lots of you doing the same thing, selling the same thing, saying the same thing, structuring your offer the same way. And that's all been designed prior to you. I'm inviting you to think about it differently. And if you were to create value with a clean playing field, with no restrictions, no external influences impacting how you design your offer, what might you do differently that would create even more value than you are already creating? I invite you to think about that. Previous video on purpose is going to be really valuable for you. If you haven't already watched that, I encourage you to. And if you're looking to hear more about what more and other elements of differentiation you can leverage in your professional services business, I invite you to subscribe and join us for our regular series of differentiation and future YouTube videos that are going to be in support of your creating greater value, having more fun, and being properly rewarded for what you do and the expertise that you bring to the market and your community. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.